Thanks so much for joining us for another edition of Open Mic Program. Fair time, fair weather. That's what we love. And I got Alan Quattlebaum with me right now. And Alan, this is probably one of the highlights of White County. People talk about, because it's like a homecoming. Everybody gets together. You see friends you haven't seen all year. And then you get some of the biggest rodeo. Probably it's been at the White County Fair. We got Ronnie McDowell, which that is, everybody remembers him from Elvis. A lot of the old timers do, because he had a big hit about Elvis when Elvis died. And you got Senior Day. That's a big thing. We got a lot going on.
We're excited about this.
Now, we got to talk about something new. We got a karaoke. Now, I'm not a karaoke guy. I like watching people, but...
Nah, I'm not either. I'm not going there. I'm leaving that alone. I'd run everybody off if I did it.
But that's kind of unique. Yeah. And it's the first 20 people that show up Tuesday night. You got it, right?
Yeah, just something different to try to get people involved and get them in there, to listen.
It's new. I'm all in. I've been hearing now on the radio. I'm thinking, man, we're going to have the first 20 people got to be there at 6:30, and that's just the way it works. So that's new. And then we've got some other things coming up. We've mentioned Ronnie McDowell on Thursday night, Senior Day, which is Thursday. But let's talk about the weekend. That's some big stuff coming up.
Yeah, we got some big stuff coming up. We got our Demolition Derby. We got Autocross on Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday's our big Demolition Derby. And the guys have done a wonderful job getting all that put together, so that's one of probably our biggest events, closest to the rodeo, Rodeo's growing. It's getting bigger. We're in our third year of our PRCA Pro Rodeo. Our numbers have went through the roof. We're more than we've had entries than we have ever had since we started the PRCA Rodeo. We got some big names coming in. These are NFR qualifiers that go to Las Vegas for the finals. We got Corey Solomon, a roper. We've got Will Loomis and his wife, both are qualifiers. He's a qualifier in the steer wrestling. She's a qualifier in the barrel racing. When you're doing something in the right direction, when your numbers start going up in this rodeo part of it, as far as entries are concerned. Well, I've got people right now. I just got a text from a girl out of Florida needing to come up and have a place to stay. We've got stalls and RVs hookups for them to come in because they're traveling a long ways and they're trying to get in a little bit early before the rodeo. So we're trying to take care of them hospitality-wise for that. Our junior rodeo starts Thursday night. That is a division for kids from 12 to 15 and 16 to 19 to participate in 6 timed events. And then we're going to give buckles away, money, and also saddles for the high point. And this junior rodeo is a little bit different from last year. We're not having an American qualifier. We're just having a regular junior rodeo, and anybody can enter. You don't have to be in White County to enter. You can outside the county, the state, I don't care. It's wide open. 100% of the money that's taken in will be paid back out to the kids. That's a big thing right there. And it's a Kickstarter. That's what a lot of people call it. Yeah, it's a Kickstarter. I think it's going to be a good thing for us. We just want it all for the kids. That's what this is all about. The fair is for the kids. Now let's talk about the rodeo. A lot of folks are casual rodeo. They go to one that's big. This is a big one. Yeah. And let's talk about the clown. This guy is the top. Yeah, he's in the top 5 in the world. It took us 2 years to get this man here. He has got a dog act. He's got 13 dogs, and he is top notch. And I've gave you guys his brochure here, and then I think one day this week you can get to visit with him. But he is the best we've seen in a long time. We never had anybody like this here. Let me put it that way. He's like I said, he's top 5 in the world in the PRCA. He's number 3 WNRF performer. He's performed in 45 states. He's been in Canada and 6 provinces up there working, so he's just on the road all the time. I got to meet him yesterday. They live in Oregon, but they travel all over the country doing this. All right, should be great. And then also we got armband night, which that's always big. It's only, I forgot what the armband is, like $30, right? $30. They went up a little bit, $5, but, the expense of everything nowadays. But, the good thing about all this is that we've held our gate fees at the same as that we've ever had. That's cheap. Oh, it's cheap because I'm telling you right now, I've talked to 2 or 3 people like Brett, this professional clown that's here, and we were visiting, and I was telling him how much we were getting our cost at the gate, and he just couldn't believe that we could do it that cheap. That's right. So I guess we could run down the gate numbers. Like Wednesday, it's $3 and $4, children $3, $4 for adults, and then it goes on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, $6 and $8, $6 for children and $8 for adults, right? And $8 to get in the gate, and you can go to a demolition derby, you can go down to the education building, and everybody needs to go through the education, and I'll tell you why this, because we've got a lot of kids on our fair that participate not only in the education building, but we got them in the pony barn, the mini barn, livestock barn. We've got them up in the goat and sheep barn. Folks need to go by and see this, because these kids have worked so hard all year long to get to this point, to bring in what they've worked for, to show it to everybody. And that's what we want, is participation in the fair by our kids from each one of the schools. You know, it's an educational part of it for them. And we'd like for everybody to go by and see all this, because it makes the kids happy when people go by and look at just what they've entered in the fair.
That's right. Take time, see the whole fair. You can't get better entertainment for the family than that.
No, you can't. I mean, it's a great opportunity, and it's kind of like we was talking about a minute ago. You get to see people you hadn't seen in a while too at the fair. You know, you walk around, hey, how you doing? Yeah. It's a good time for everybody to see each other too.
I love you. It's Arkansan. That's what I call it.
Yes, sir.
It
is.
Yep. Well, Ellen, thanks for taking time. We got to say a shout out to you and all the volunteers for making this happen.
Yeah, it is. And then that's the big thing that I want to say is our board members have worked hard all year long. It takes us 12 months, even like, let's say the fair one, as soon as it's over, we start right back over trying to get it ready for next year and who can we have come in. So it's a yearly process for us, but all of us board members are volunteers. We take our time. Some of our board members take off a week of their vacation to come in to help do this. Yeah. You know, so these guys have worked, people in our board has worked hard to get it to where it's at.
It's important.
And then also the biggest thing is Friday, and everybody needs to understand, Friday we're having our big animal sale. It starts at 11:30. King Cat will be there feeding. They'll have an auction on the animals. And if you want to bid on it, that'll be great, because all that money that's raised through that auction, through that sale, goes back to the kids, and the kids get to keep their animals. They don't let them go. So it's a big opportunity for these kids to make a little bit of money that they can put back to go to college or whatever they need to do. And that's Friday. That'll be Friday, starting at 11:30 in the rodeo arena.
All right, folks. Friday, 11 at the rodeo arena. Don't want to miss it. 11:30. Okay, so get in there.
11:30. They'll feed at 11:30, and they'll start the auction right after the feed.
All right. And we also got to remind folks, if they want to see any of this information, it's very easy on the website. Right?
Yeah, we got the website, and it's easy to get to, and it plugs in. You can just plug in whatever you want to look for, like for carnival, rodeo, demolition derby, whatever you need, it's there for you to see.
And you can check it out. I love this. It's whitecountyfairgrounds.org. That's whitecountyfairgrounds.org. It's got schedules. It's got everything you need. Simple. I don't have all these pop-ups. It's just great. All right. Thanks so much for taking the time to talk with us, Alan.
Thank you very much, and we hope to see everybody out there.